What? Justin,
What?
we are
What?
live.
What?
We are live.
All right.
The last tournament of nerds of Donald Trump's presidency, Justin.
I mean, we hope you say that, but anything can happen, Hal.
I mean, I think he still has a couple of aces up his sleeve to overturn things.
We'll see. We'll see. I was also talking about, who knows, maybe we'll do like an emergency episode on Monday or Tuesday.
Oh my God. We might have to. Layla, what is up? Layla is in the house. Yep, Justin. So we were talking about it before the show, the last one, until Eric Trump becomes president.
You think they're going with Eric?
I mean, he's been a little more under the radar than Don Jr. Don Jr.'s been true. Like an aggressive coke snorting piece of shit. Like, he is out there. Eric, he's like, still hateable, still very punchable in the Pacioli, but not as out there. So
a safer choice, you think?
Oh, Baron for God King 2028 says Stanley Kubrick in the chat.
Well, yeah, but we got some time.
I mean, young Baron, an Aryan prince. Trump Beelzebub 24 says, my brother Eric Rudnick. Eric, what is up? Love to Tamika.
Nikki Haley will be like a Trump, just not have that Trump. Oh, unless she marries a Trump in the meantime.
Oh, gross. I mean, yikes. Oh yeah, Barron is tall.
Barron's a tall boy.
Yeah. Oh, he is a tall boy. And maybe a proud boy. Justin, what have you been up to this weekend? Anything of note?
Nothing. I just running errands, trying to get this year started off right. Yeah, just taking care of business, Hal. How about you?
Oh yeah, ticking boxes, taking care of business. I watched that WandaVision.
I have not gone around to it. What do you think?
You know what? I like that it's a whole different kind of feel than the MCU. But I've seen some people weren't into it. Oh my God. Rebecca, my wife is making me blush. Eric Jennifer,
not a fan of the WandaVision, Rebecca?
Oh, she did not enjoy WandaVision that much, but I feel like the folks that didn't really like it maybe weren't as familiar with some of the source material that they were parodying. Like, if you haven't seen like Dick Van Dyke Show and like a lot of the classic Nick at Night shows. Oh, Justin, Sir Isaac says you look hot, Sir Isaac Lime.
Oh, thank you very much. I can't see you, so I'm assuming. Like,
you look great, Justin. But I feel like if you haven't watched a ton of Leave It to Beaver and Dick Van Dyke, then you might not you might not feel these first couple episodes. When did I get married? A year and a half ago.
From the Binge Boys is what I'm hearing.
You know what?
Mixed review. In the pass.
Mixed review. Check out Binge Boys podcast wherever fine podcasts are procured. Everyone's commenting on us. They say we look warm. I'm glad we have an active chat. Let's get that. Yeah, let's get that chat active tonight.
Oh, I did. Speaking of my looks, I cut my own hair, Hal.
Oh, I've been doing that. How'd you do
that? Huh?
How did you do it?
Just fucking did it. Just took the old razor. Just
amazing. Nicely done, Justin.
So yeah, that's my weekend.
Hell yeah. And any predictions for the inauguration?
Oh God. I'm very uncomfortable with it being held. I think they should just take him down to a bunker somewhere and just be like, you're the president now, and that's that, and it's over, and just keep that man safe is all I say.
Yeah. wrap him in bubble wrap, and
not that
put him in the
Kamala
Oval Office.
wouldn't be a fine president as well. It's just, Biden's made it this long. Let the man have a couple of days as president before you shoot him. God damn it.
Right? Oh man, but Biden is so used to tragedy at this point. He's probably like,
People say that. I think I don't know. Do you ever really get used to tragedy? Is that something you're just like?
Yeah, I mean, some people,
I'm used to it.
Some people live their lives waiting for the other shoe to drop. I mean, that's what anxiety is. I mean, that's what the anxiety and panic disorder is.
Dying, like that's a different kind of tragedy than he's used to. Usually, other people around him die.
Oh no! Gina says the FBI is on our way to both of our houses right now
because we used to have Dax on the show.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, Justin, we've got a fun show. Just for anyone who's not seen the show, here's a quick primer on how it works. We have 8 bloodthirsty nerds backstage, and by backstage, I mean in their respective homes, waiting to unleash fury. They each represent a different pop culture character, both real and fictional, and we will whittle that 8 down in a March Madness style bracket from 8 to 4 to 2 to 1 nerd to rule them all.
How do we do that? Is it just arbitrary? Do we just decide? How does it work? Do we roll some dice? How do we do
what? All of those methods would probably be more streamlined, but not as fun as oh my god. My wife just told me to close the bathroom door. We have a panel of judges, our panel of doom. Our panel of doom. Let's introduce our panel of judges who will be deciding each debate tonight. Oh, but before I introduce them, chat, always sound off with your thoughts on every battle. Let us know what you think. But deciding each battle, we have our panel of judges. First up, he has judged every tournament of nerds. We've been doing this show for 11 and a half years, Justin, give or take?
13, coming up on 14 years now.
No, not 14.
Yes. It is coming up on 14 years.
Oh my God.
We're closer to 14 than we are to 13.
Jesus Christ. It's time for me to close my eyes and just walk into the Pacific Ocean.
Just like the UCB did.
Yes. First up, he has judged every tournament of nerds except for 17 of them. He is an esteemed comic book writer. His graphic novels, Torso, Manhunter, big hits. Also, Wonder Woman 77, Batman 66. He's got big hits. He does big things. Very big comic book writer. Very big in the comics world. An Eisner Award winner for his fantastic book, Love is Love. Please welcome back to the program. The curmudgeonly Mark Andreyko.
Now I don't have to wonder what it would be like to have a Jewish grandma, Hal, after that introduction.
Oh, he's fabulous. He's big with the comics. Mark, great to see you. Elizabeth from Knoxville. To the uninitiated, let them know what that reference is.
Oh, I bet everybody knows who that is, but just in case, she was one of the patriots at the Capitol building, and her clip has gone viral. She got maced and pushed down. And she was rubbing her eyes with an onion, which means she knew that they were going to mace her, because an onion apparently is used to get rid of tear gas. But the internet, for all its awfulness, has done great things like the use of auto-tune to her and the Animaniacs opening credits, which is, if you have anything to do, don't start, because you'll watch it for an hour over and over and over again. It's absolutely genius. So.
Thank you, Mark Andreyko. Look forward to some of your non-current pop culture observations as we go along. Next up, she's a great friend of the show. I'm always thrilled to have this woman here because she was one of the stars of maybe my all-time favorite TV show, The Wire. She was also in the New Edition story. She's Bobby Brown's mother, and these are just a few highlights from this talented, very funny, delightful woman's career. I would like to welcome back to Tournament of Nerds, Ms. Sandy McCree.
Hey, everybody. Can I say something? Oh, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I got warm all over because you know how much love I have for this show and the three of these faces that I'm looking at right now.
Sandy, when I first heard that you like do stuff in the LA comedy scene and I saw you and I'm like, whoa, she was on The Wire. My head is exploding right now. I mean, you're a queen. You are a queen. So thank you. What is it that you wanted to say?
So am I.
I've been called out. I wanted to say, because you guys mentioned Baron and I play these badass moms, but I worry about that boy. Like, he would be better off in foster care. And foster care is fucked up. But I want to take his tall ass and I just want to hold him and I want to let him know, baby, Baron, if you're watching us, it's going to be all right. And I will take your ass in.
They're building a bell tower right now for him to live in. So
oh my God.
Damn.
By the way, I hope Baron Trump is watching. Baron, get active in the chat if you are watching.
Wonder what Baron watches.
I mean, I think he's all over TikTok.
America Burn.
Like that, right?
Oh, damn. Boom.
Sandy, thank you, and I appreciate the care and love for the youngest Trump. And finally, let's welcome back. Our next judge, our final judge. He judged the show back at UCB years ago, and he is a delightful, lovable gentleman. You know him from Stranger Things, Jurassic World, and Lemony Snicket. Just so many. Just a funny, wonderful, big-hearted fella. Matty Carter-Opel. Matty!
Oh, hey.
Matty!
Hey, thank you.
Matty,
Nice
it's great to
intro.
see you. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Nice
yeah.
pussy there, Maddie.
Oh, yeah, my cat. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good cat.
Maddie, can you tell us about the art that you've been doing lately?
Oh, sure, yeah. I've been doing little pins of Cheetos because I play Keith on the show, and this is one of the pins.
On Stranger Things?
Yes. And if you go on my Instagram, I have an Etsy store right now. And I'm selling artwork of Cheetos because Keith, in Stranger Things, I play Keith, and he eats Cheetos, and I'm making these little buddies, and they're called Cheat Teeths.
Amazing.
I thought it was a clever name. Cheat Teeth.
Maddie, can I ask you a decorum question?
What does that word mean?
Oh, just like behavior, manners.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, okay.
So I'll lick the Cheeto dust off my own fingers. Is it okay to lick the Cheeto dust off someone else's fingers?
I'd say before COVID, yes, it's fine. But now that COVID is happening, I think it's a big no right now.
Huge. Maddie, we should make a PSA about licking the Cheeto dust off other people's fingers.
We should.
For safety.
We should.
But it's
I don't
hard
even
to
like to look at.
dust. I mean, it's so thick. You would be sucking Cheeto dust. You can't lick it. You got to suck it off.
Oh, quit turning me on.
I don't even like to do it off of my own fingers when people are around. Like, just keep that for when you're
If
alone.
I could suck my own Cheeto dust off, I'd never leave the house.
Hey now. This has taken a turn. All right. Everybody, Maddie, Sandy, even Mark, thank you for being here. And Justin, you think we should see what the first matchup is?
Let's see what it is.
Oh, hell yes.
This is
Tully from Ghostbusters versus Vizzini from The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. Two of
this
our
is my-
favorite nebbish, nerdish characters.
Yes, this is just the ultimate nebbishy SmackDown. Oh, we got
Wait,
Miranda.
can we see
We got a
the-
Miranda
can we see
stand in the house.
Photo again? Can we see the photo again?
Can we bring up the photos again?
Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Representing Louis Tully
Louis
from
Tully.
Ghostbusters is Zane, who's elderly, and representing Vizzini from Princess Bride, Matt Manser.
Let's get a minute
All
on
right.
the clock. Louis Tully
Tully.
going first.
And
Oh, sorry, I think I jumped the gun there. Hello, my name is Louis Tully, Esquire, Ghostbuster, taxman, and a registered Democrat in the state of New York. And that's important, you know, because about a year ago, I because of my love for ornate sitting rooms, I found myself on a site called Parlor, and quickly learned that it was no place for a mild-mannered Jew. They immediately flocked to me and called me things like America's cock and a proud boy, which, you know, at first I thought a proud boy was just an honorable homosexual, but I later found out it really meant Nazi with a micro penis. And, you know, I stood up for myself and I said, you know, I'm not any one of these things. So they branded me an incel. So, you know, now I can't even grow a beard or wear one of my many fedoras, which I love so much. So I'm here today to take a stand, not only for myself, but also my friends Ducky and Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We are not cucks, okay? We're not Proud Boys or incels, and we really believe that this great country was founded on promises and we don't support terrorism.
all right, Louis Tully has been active on some social media platforms lately. Let's get a minute on the clock for Vizzini, and go.
Well, this is Louis Tully, a dim accountant who thinks he can somehow match my cerebral superiority. But he's fallen for one of the classic blunders. Never go in against a Sicilian when Tournament of Nerds is on the line. That's right, I'm Sicilian, as you can tell from my flawless Sicilian accent. You know, people watching may not know, but Louis and I are actually in the same room right now. Social distancing, of course. And he's foolishly challenged me to a battle of wits. He's given each of us a plate of his trademark brie cheese, except one of them he has poisoned. I will choose which one I eat and which one he eats. The answer is so simple. Louis is an accountant, so he knows a certainty in life is death and taxes. And he knows I would want to avoid certain deaths, so he would have poisoned his own brie so I cannot choose a plate in front of him. But he also knows taxes are certain, and he would want to live so he could write off the poison as a business expense. So I cannot choose a plate in front of me. Hell, how am I doing on time?
4 seconds, 3.
Inconceivable!
Time. All right. That was the first half of it. Now they'll go to the 30-second rebuttal rounds. 30 seconds on the clock for Louis Tully, and go.
Thank you, Hal. Your honors, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, you know, I don't think it's fair to attack my opponent, you know. Sure, he's a Sicilian hitman with a temper, you know, but Vizzini, you know, he knows what he did and all the things that he did wrong. I mean, you know it wasn't right. And I don't blame him, because one time I got turned into a dog and I also did some terrible things, but I was brought back by my friends, and, you know, I just think that that's what we should all be as friends. So
Time.
I yield.
30-second rebuttal round, Vizzini.
Go.
So Louis is a conniving man who pretends to lock himself out of his apartment so he can flirt with his attractive neighbor. And a conniving man is tricky enough to poison his own brie, so I cannot choose a plate in front of him. But he's also a desperate man, a loser. Most likely an incel, which means he must view me as a Chad who's not too bright and would take the plate I was given. But, while very attractive, I am not a Chad, so I cannot choose a plate in front of me. Now, how's Mama doing a time?
Time.
Ah.
There it is. Wow, what a barn burner right out of the gate. This is a Nebbish on Nebbish smackdown. Let us know in the chat. Throw up an L for Louis Tully. Throw up a V for Vizzini. And we will go now to the judges. Mark and Draco, where do you stand on this Nebbishy knockdown dragout fight?
Well, they were so similar. They could almost be one could almost be the descendant of the other. It was tough because Vizzini had that exquisite Rick Baker level makeup. That was Matt. I don't even see Matt there anymore. But the deciding factor for me was the brilliant joke that Louis went to Parlor because he likes ornate sitting rooms. So I'm voting for Louis Tully.
1-0, Louis Tully.
He went to the deplatformed Parlor. Sandy McCree, where do you stand on this match?
Well, this was so hard for me because I had high expectations for both because Princess Bride is one of my favorites ever. I mean, it is the classic, my go-to. And Ghostbusters, I mean, come on. I play Bobby Brown's mom. The song is from Bobby Brown. I mean, come on. Let's keep it real. However,
from Ghostbusters too.
Ghostbusters too. But however, with my baby from Princess Bride, he kept asking about the seconds. He never finished the job. You got to finish the job. You can't leave me waiting. You got to make me want more. You know, you got to like. Louis.
All right. It looks like Louis is moving on. Maddie, Louis Tully has already won, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
I'm with Andy on this one. Vizzini, is that how you pronounce her name? Vizzini? Okay, Vizzini kept checking his time, and it took me out of it. And I felt like Louis, he's a Democrat. He's friends with Matthew Broderick. He's a really likable guy. He was punched recently, so I feel kind of bad for him on the New York subway. So, Louis, I grant you the winner. Well, I don't have that power, but I say that you win.
Louis Tully is moving on.
Yes.
Matt, thank you.
Matt Manser, always funny. Thank you for being here. Any final thoughts, Vizzini?
Inconceivable.
I hope you didn't spend too much on the wig for only one round.
All right. Wow. Good stuff right out of the gate. The chat agrees. The chat was heavy for L. Louis. Let us venture to the next match and see what it is. Yeah.
Wrong
Millie
Green
is
Goblin.
very excited about this match.
That was not the right Green Goblin in the picture, unfortunately.
It was?
Draco Malfoy versus the Dean DeHaan Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
This is very specifically the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Green Goblin, not any other Green Goblin.
Yes. Be clear on that. This is not Willem Dafoe. This is not
Whoever voiced him on the cartoon.
Voiced him on the cartoon. Was James Franco the Green Goblin?
He was the new Goblin in Part 3.
Right. So, no, this is Dane DeHaan. Don't get it twisted. Representing Draco Malfoy, Evan Jaffe.
Hello, my name is Draco Malfoy, and I'm head of Slytherin House.
Draco, hold that thought as we introduce representing Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin, Sheldon Price. Oh my goodness. Wow, the effects budget off the charts for this show. Now, these performers aren't even getting paid, but look at that. That great some really strong theater craft.
In case you were worried, we held that tradition over from UCB, and we are not paying our performers.
Yes. All right. Let's get 1 minute on the clock for Draco Malfoy. Evan Jaffe going first. And
my name is Draco Malfoy, and I'm head of Slytherin House. My father is part of the head of the Death Eaters, which is the equivalent of the KKK, the right-wing Republican Party, and the Proud Boys combined, which was more powerful than just Oscorp. I was also a seeker on the Slytherin Quidditch team. I'm friends with Voldemort, and I have platinum blonde hair. And if you have platinum blonde hair, that means you are beautiful and sexy, and that's what being in Slytherin is all about. Being sexy and great. That's what they don't tell you about being a Slytherin. I also know magic. And I was born with magic. I didn't have to code or invent anything because I am a pure blood wizard and not some technical guru who makes things up and plays God. God gave me my powers, and I use them to rule the world. And no one is going to stop me.
Time. All right. Strong words from Draco Malfoy. Let's see what specifically Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin has to say. A minute on the clock for Green Goblin, and go.
It's me. It's Spider-Man's most famous fearsome foe, the one, the only Green Goblin. Of course, I'm talking specifically about the 2014 American Spider-Man 2 Green Goblin, directed by Mark Webb, starring me, Dane DeHaan. I was told that if I came and if I win at Tournament of the Nerds, I get in the next Spider-Man movie. So I want in on that. Everyone's getting cast. They're bringing back everyone. All the Spider-Mans are coming back. They're bringing back Andrew Garfield. They're bringing back Tobey Maguire. I'm hearing they're bringing back villains too. Oh my God. We got the guy that was in the last one with the big dome on his head, and the guy that flies up in the sky with the wings. I don't bother learning their names because they're not Green Goblin. And I haven't gotten a call yet. I'm just saying, I haven't gotten a call. I'm here. I'm waiting. Nobody wants old dusty old Willem Dafoe. You want a sexy, young, hot goblin, hot Green Goblin. DeFranco didn't count, wasn't Green Goblin. I'm a sexy goblin.
Time. All right. Both of our combatants touting their sexiness. 30-second rebuttal round. Draco Malfoy, and go.
What was the last thing that you saw Dane DeHaan in? He is a villain because he isn't a good Green Goblin. He's a twink. He is a twink with daddy issues and an inferiority complex. All he did was inject himself with Spider-Man venom, and he just went crazy. That's not being a supervillain. That's just doing drugs and making bad choices. If anything, at least pretend to have superpowers, because that would earn you some respect.
Time. All right, shots fired. 30 seconds on the clock for Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin, and go.
Look, Draco, I will not say a negative thing about you. You and me are like minds, trust fund kids who really want to stick it to their dad and prove that we're worth it, but to your point, yeah, you've been in 8 of these movies and haven't killed Harry Potter. So I'm going to say, why don't you fall on your wand for me and let me take this one? I really want to be in another one of these movies. I don't know how much more time I got. And I'll tell you what, if you fall back, let me take this one, I'll come and join you on the next movie. You and me will kill Voldemort together.
Time. All right, Dane DeHaan pleading to be a part of the multiverse. Let us know who you thought took this one. A G for Green Goblin, a D for Draco. G for Green Goblin, D for Draco. Quite a matchup. Let's start off with Maddie Carter-Opel. Maddie.
Well, yeah, Draco is a racist, and also I really hate snakes. So he's really, I know that he's really into snakes, and I don't really like that. And he seems a bit of an egomaniac as well. So, and Green Goblin, I really liked his use of his hair gel. Thought he had really good hair. And he seemed very confident, and he seemed like I don't know, just like a down-to-earth good guy. So I'm going to have to go with Green Goblin.
All right, that's one for the Green Goblin, one for the Green Goblin. Sandy McCree, where do you stand on this?
This was hard because like both of these characters were irritating as Fudge. Green Goblin begging like a little punk, and Draco felt like a spawn of Trump. But I'm going for Draco because I want him to get his ass whipped. So if he will. So I'm voting for Draco. So next round he can
She wants him to
spanking.
She wants him to come back and get handed to him again. That is an interesting.
Damn. All right. Yeah. Like Draco is the just like in the movies. He's one that you love to hate. All right. We are all tied up at 1-1. Quite a matchup here.
Froze.
Mark and Draco, please chime in.
Am I back? I was frozen for a second.
We got you. You're here.
You're no longer frozen, Olaf.
Cool. So Draco, when Draco says I have platinum blonde hair and he doesn't have platinum blonde hair, no, dude, commit. Although I do suggest the next time you play, you come as Michael Fassbender because you kind of look like him if he had an eating disorder. The Green Goblin.
Damn.
The Green Goblin.
The match goes to Mark and Draco.
Hey, this is the most I've talked to a human being in about 10 days, so sorry, Draco. But Dean DeHaan, the term hot goblin makes me think of like reverse cowgirl. But then I realized that comic book fans are all virgins, so that joke's going to be lost on everybody. This was really, really tough. But I will have to say that even though I gave him a hard time, I'm going to go with Draco because he has a syllable in my last name. And because he accused Dean DeHaan of making bad choices. And I think when the biopic of Dean DeHaan is invariably made, it's going to be called Making Bad Choices. So,
wow.
Draco.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Draco Malfoy, Evan Jaffe, moving on. Dane DeHaan, Green Goblin, Sheldon Price.
Sheldon, great job.
Very funny stuff.
Fingers crossed for a Goblinverse film at some point.
I'll show up in some of them. I just know it. I'll get in there eventually. I just got to keep hammering away at these comedy shows, and they'll bring me back in.
Maybe you'll get to take on Miles Morales one day. We shall see. Thank you, Sheldon. Evan, great work. We'll see you in the next round. All right. Man.
All right. Let's
Good
see
stuff.
what it is. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is our wild card.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is a good one.
Killer
Susan
Mike!
Collins versus Killer Mike.
Wow. Damn. This is the matchup that we never knew that we needed so bad. Representing Senator Susan Collins, Leslie Cena, and representing Killer Mike, Jay Washington.
Let's get a minute on the clock. Leslie's going first for Senator Susan Collins.
And go.
Hello, I am Senator Susan Collins from the great state of Maine. I have been known as the Lucy Van Pelt of the U.S. Senate. Every year, I keep yanking the football away from Charlie Brown, and people just keep coming. In this analogy, Charlie Brown is the Democratic Party, and the football is decency. I have been known to reach across the aisle. I am a true independent. Most of the time I reach across the aisle, I immediately take my hand back and go like this, but I still think that it counts. I am saddened and outraged. by most things. That is my record note comment. So,
Time. All right. Powerful opening words from Senator Susan Collins. Let's get a minute on the clock for Killer Mike. And go.
We should have them Killer Mike from Atlanta, Georgia. I represent black-owned businesses. Get you some body wash, some body scrub here, some cocoa butter. Some of y'all be ashy out there, all right? You already know I'm half of the Grammy Award-winning duo Run the Jewels. We do a lot of big shit. I got a white guy calling my ally. That's my homie. I'm very politically outspoken, and I believe Susan Collins is full of bullshit. I fucks with Bernie Sanders, though. If I started my own country, Bernie Sanders would be my man. I don't know if he'd have a major position, but he'd sit his ass there. Because he'd be, okay, it's Uncle Bernie. You know, we'd have Bernie there. Also, I got private dances from only black strippers in the strip club because I believe in keeping this black dollar in the black community. Now, listen, in February, especially during Black History Month, Atlanta's a great show. How much more time do I got in this bitch? I got a lot to say, and I'm trying to save it to later.
30 seconds.
Jesus Christ, this is a long 30 seconds. I want to say that Netflix gave me my own series. This shows you how dope I am with all communities. People think I hate white folks, but I did my own series where I played bingo with a bunch of old white women. Who else but a big black nigga named Killer Mike would play bingo with Blanche, Sophia, Dorothy, and Betty White, okay? Who else would do that? I would. Killer Mike.
Time. All right, Killer Mike. He's got a long resume. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock for Senator Susan Collins' rebuttal, and go.
So Killer Mike is a Bernie bro in January of 2021. Good luck with that. I'd also like to address the fact that Mr. Mike keeps very busy. He has multiple shows. He has various businesses. I managed to be just as well known by only almost doing things. I have almost done more things in the past year than you will ever do in your life.
Time. All right, Senator Collins, almost doing things. 30-second rebuttal for Killer Mike.
Senator Collins, you sit there and say that there's no systemic racism in Maine, but Maine is 94% white. The racism is in its DNA, concrete, and the grass, okay? You don't know which side you want to be on in the aisle. You're like a false flagging crip that always wears red. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your shit together. Come hang with the brothers, the actual people. We'll let you get in on the WAP just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can do the busted challenge for as much as your knees can hold. You know what I'm saying? We will also take you to a real KFC, not that Mario Lopez Lifetime movie. We won't do that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Time. All right, some wonderful offers. I would love to see Senator Susan Collins do the Busset Challenge. Let's go to the judges. This is like a microcosm of the country right here. Susan Collins and Killer Mike. I love it. We're making it happen. Let's start with Ms. Sandy McCree. Sandy.
Woo! You talking? I need a drink. Where's the bartender? Where's the server? Because I got worked up just now. First, I got worked up with Senator Collins, and she did an excellent job. Love the costume. It made me hate her more because the Kavanaugh hearings were crazy. And she had a chance to show up and show out, and she missed it. And then Killer Mike, baby, in the beginning, you scared me. You know they don't even give us a stage half the time. You asking how much time we have. I'm going to be Maxine Waters. We're trying to reclaim our time. We don't get enough time. You got to come, baby. You got to come and pour it on. But the truth of the matter is, Killer Mike with your fine ass self. Black Lives Matter. My vote for Killer Mike.
All right, that is 1-0 for Killer Mike. Let us know in the chat. K for Killer Mike, S for Susan Collins. K for Killer Mike, S for Susan
Black
Collins.
owned by black.
All right, let's go to Maddie Carter-Opal. What do you think about it?
I'd say Susan has great production design, but that's about it. I'm gonna have to go with Killer Mike because he's promoting his body wash, which I think is very cool, and he really likes Betty White, and I think the actress Betty White, and yeah, he's if you could send me some of that body wash, that'd be great. Thank you.
All right. Yes, Maddie Carter-Opal does
Good
not
body
want to
scrub
be
for you,
ashy.
Maddie. I'll send it your way. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel like you down in the community in a minute. You know what I'm saying? This and I'll send you some real hot links.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, in the chat, a lot of people are saying that we should team them up, but Killer Mike already won. Sorry, chat.
Excuse me. I'd just like to let you know that 1 hour from now, I will tell a fantastic joke when it no longer matters.
That's Susan for you. That's Susan.
Senator Susan Collins, a pleasure to have you. Leslie Cena,
Great job, Leslie.
always fantastic. And really, I felt like I was in a Senate hearing listening to you. But Killer Mike, Jay Washington, we will see you in the next round.
All right, Hal. Let's see what our last first round matchup is.
Yes. Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Maybe the two most beloved female characters in pop culture history.
Game-oriented female characters?
Sure, I suppose. Representing Princess Peach, Chelsea Pope.
Let's go. Let's go.
She's ready. She is just ready.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, she's ready. And representing Beth from Queen's Gambit, our Tournament of Nerds champion, Robin Higgins.
She's running a little late. So we just vamp for a little bit.
Ooh, I know all about that.
Oh, any word, Steve?
She was trying. She'll be in momentarily.
Oh, right. She has like some
just
sort of a
vamp.
bit or something. Okay, great, great. Just want to make sure we're in touch with Robin. So Princess Peach is here. Maddie, have you played any Super Mario in your life?
Of course, yeah, I love Super Mario Brothers. So
I love
who's
Mario
Princess
too.
Peach?
Beth from Queen's Gambit, aka that bitch from Queen's Gambit, aka the Tournament of Nerds heavyweight champion of the world, Robin Higgins, is in the house.
Hello.
Hello. All right. This is quite a match. I mean, without further ado, let's get a minute on the clock for Princess Peach and go.
Well, everyone, thank you for having me. I'm in my kingdom. I'm locked away. Just like everyone else in quarantine, I prepared a statement about the kingdom, okay? Everybody in the kingdom is doing so good. I recently took up crafting, and I can't take off my gloves. I'm also baking a lot. It's been really fun. I'm really good at cakes. Cakes are my thing. Everybody who is a mushroom is still a mushroom, and that's fine. And I haven't go-karted in a while, but I'm looking forward to doing that again sometime soon.
And time. All right, the perils of socks as gloves. Let's get a minute on the clock for Robin Higgins and go.
Look, I know what standards you're judging us by, and it's not fair, okay? So what if we're two young, disturbingly large-eyed women? You would never judge men by this standard. But I promise you this. I'm not like other girls way more than she's not like other girls, okay? I mean, I would literally never help or befriend a woman ever, okay? And I'm sure that we've never seen Princess Peach actually help a woman. I mean, definitely the opposite. Like, she's the ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom, and that place is a total sausage fest. Like, every turtle, every cloud you've ever seen, Wikipedia and what you know in your heart to be true says that those are all men. So Peach is actively blocking any women from joining the workforce. And all of that's great. Just like me, she's proving that the best way for a woman to show competence is to join the man's world and abandon the trash gender they tried to stick you with, except for when you need to conveniently seduce someone. However, if you're going to truly not be like other girls, like me, then you aren't allowed to have any female friends. And you know Peach and Daisy get drunk at brunch together every weekend just to talk shit about Mario and Luigi's dicks. So fuck her and vote for me.
Time. Really stuck the landing on that one. All right, let's get 30 seconds on the clock for Princess Peach. Rebuttal and go.
I'm just like every other girl. You're so right. I'm so ordinary. It's just royalty's got me where I am. Listen, Beth, you're really pretty. I think that we could be friends. And I actually baked you a cake. If you want to see it, I've been doing a lot of baking in my tower, and I've been working on my writing. So if you could just come on over, girlfriend, and just, have a slice of cake. Have a slice. In fact, if anybody wants to come over, please.
Bowser wants to marry her.
30-second rebuttal round. Beth from the Queen's Gambit.
Go.
Wow, that was super weak. Okay, now that I know what you're thinking, I know what you're thinking. Didn't I have that one female friend at the orphanage? What's her name? No, we were never friends. But until episode 5, I didn't have a personality, so we needed an audience cipher to literally explain the plot. Now, my only friend was that old basement chess man, and I would kill any woman to spend just one more precious second with that old basement chess man. And my dumb adoptive mom, I hated her. I can't believe it took me like 6 years to get her to kill herself. It didn't even take me that long to get my actual mom to kill herself. And I hated her way more, okay? So at the end of the day, I just have to say I beat every woman, obviously, because I'm the only good one. And
All right.
I don't know either. Oh my gosh.
Reminiscing about old basement chess man. Lots of good cuts from Queen's Gambit. All right, let's go to the judges. Quite a matchup, an amazing collision. Mark Andreyko.
Well, I don't know. I know what Super Mario Brothers is, but I've never played it, so I don't know who Princess Peach really is. And I didn't watch Queen's Gambit, but I gotta say, is that character on Queen's Gambit addicted to cocaine?
She was addicted to pills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, wow. Great method acting, Robin. The Help Me cake was fantastic. What flavor is the Help Me cake?
Oh, it's a delicious vanilla buttercream. Mario's favorite. Oh.
Vanilla buttercream. Yeah.
I'll make you another one. I'll take you whatever you want.
Between Old Basement Chess Man, which might be a new comic book I want to do, and it took 6 years for her to kill herself, I'm voting for the Queen's Gambit girl.
All right, that's one for Beth from Queen's Gambit. By the way, chat, sound off. B for Beth, P for Princess. B for Beth, P for Princess. Maddie Carter Opal.
Yes. I think Princess Peach has a cool crown. I like her crown, and I like that she's really into crafts. That's cool. But I think Beth had stronger points, and she's really looking out for women's rights, and she had a lot of confidence, and she's got sass. So I'm going to have to go with Beth.
All right. Beth from Queen's Gambit. She is moving on. Princess Peach, wonderful work. And the socks as gloves, a very nice cut.
And I love the commitment with the cake. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
Sandy, any thoughts? Sandy, have you played any Donkey Kong back in the day?
Absolutely. Princess Peaches is in every one of the Mario. I mean, she's like it. And the cake, I'm all for like helping people in distress. I look for domestic violence when I'm out all the time. If I see,
really?
oh my God, yes, I am.
Like, you really are helping all women. So I want to give it to you. You know, you really can put anyone in the
the
job.
bitch from Queen's Gambit, Beth. I love Beth. Beth, I love you. You're strong. No shit's barred. Queen's Mark, you gotta watch Queen's Gambit. My favorite line from Queen's Gambit is, "It takes a strong woman to stay by herself in a world where people will settle for anything just to say they have something."
My favorite line is, give me those pills. You make me high.
That's what I'm talking about. But but Princess Peach got the shrooms, baby. Princess Peach got the shrooms.
Chelsea, aka Princess Peach, Chelsea Pope, always freaking hilarious. Thank you for being here. And,
Thank you.
And enjoy a piece of cake for us. I wish we were backstage at the UCB so we could all just devour that cake now.
I do too. Oh, anyway, bye-bye.
Chelsea, always great to see you. Thank you so much. All right, Robin Higgins, aka Beth, still holding on to that title belt. Also, my favorite line from the Queen's Gambit is checkmate. So the second round is set, Justin. But
We're set.
before we move on, we've got a very important pop culture character. You know, there's a show called Bridgerton that's really having a moment right now, from produced by Shonda Rhimes, and it's on Netflix. And if you're a Bridgerton fan, or even if you're not a Bridgerton fan, you are going to be delighted by our guest. Please welcome. This is self-described. This is not my judgment. The quote-unquote ugliest Bridgerton sister. The ugliest Bridgerton sister.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bertha Bridgerton, better known by Mrs. Whistledown as the most foul girl in London. Even though I'm the ugliest, I'm still a good time. Want to know how I lost my 2 teeth? I've been banished to the basement, where I spend all day with my servant Annabelle's broom. Want to know what I do with it? Anyways, I'm looking for a husband, and even though I don't have many teeth, I'm still a good time. Everyone is always like, Daphne this and Daphne that. Daphne didn't know how babies were made. Let's just say, I do. So, if you choose me as your wife and winner, the wedding night will be quite spectacular. Do you want a cookie? For I've spent the company with Earl of Whittenden, and I have also enjoyed the company of Archibald Earl, the pig farmer. Oh, I would love to win, just so I could win anything, like the affection of my mama. Would you like a clementine? They're in season. Daphne, before she got married, she didn't even know what a penis was. I take it in the arse. Would you like another cookie? I've been banished to the basement because there was an incident at the Queen's ball. It involved a pickle in her corgi. You could read about it in Whistledown, for it was the news of all of London. But I assure you, if you choose me as your wife, I will show you many things, and we don't always have to live in the basement. No, Mama says if I find a husband, I can live outdoors in the outhouse. There's better sunlight in there. Daphne didn't even know where a penis was. She said, Bertha, Bertha, can you teach me? And I said, no, you dumb bitch. Pete, would you like to have a quick engagement or a long one? I'm good for a long engagement, if you know what I mean. But when I'm with my servant Annabelle's broom, we also have a long engagement. You can't spell Duke without UK, you know what I mean? I went to school for a year. I can read one letter. And if you want to marry into my family, I'm telling you, I'm the only option because my sister Eloise, I think, prefers the company of other ladies. And my sister Hannison, well, she's a dumb bitch. She can't even read or write, and I know how to spell one word. It's S-E-X, and I like to have it with lots of pig farmers. Did I tell you that I once spent the company with the Duke? For I was watching him sleep in his bed and he did not see me creeping over his bed. I'm very familiar with the Queen's corgi, Archie. We also had a good time. We can have a ball of our own because I know where balls are, unlike Daphne. She was like, is this a penis or spaghetti? Such a dumb bitch she is. It's not all bad being the ugliest Bridgerton, because nobody gives me a hard time. Get it? Hard time. I'm telling you, I'm the only girl in town who knows how to have sex. Would you like another cookie? I am learning how to be very graceful. Mama says it's almost time for me to become a woman and I get to live in the main house. I don't see much sunlight. There's not much for me to do down here, but I do get the cookies when they throw them in the trash. Oh, London is so nice this time of year. Don't you think? Is anybody there? I feel like I'm all alone in the basement again. I'll tell you how I lost my teeth. I was out for a stroll and I got kicked in the face by a horse. It's okay though, it was a good time.
Oh, Bertha Bridgerton. What a joy to have Bertha Bridgerton. My vote goes to Bertha Bridgerton. Such a pleasure to have you. Good luck finding a gentleman of for marriage, etc. Oh my goodness.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
As Lady Charlotte would say from the Bridgerton, I wish to be entertained, and I was.
Yes, absolutely. That was the very funny Dana Friedberg. Dana Friedberg as Bertha Bridgerton. You know, if you haven't seen, the comments were going off, and I think like people were saying if like you got to watch Bridgerton now, but unfortunately,
no, you got to watch Outlander.
Okay. You got to watch Outlander. If you learn one thing from that piece, that you got to watch Outlander.
Yeah, but Bridgerton is funny.
Very funny. Dana Friedberg as Bertha Bridgerton. Justin.
Hal.
The second round is set. Do you remember what the matchups are?
No, but I wrote it down.
Oh, hell yeah.
Louis Tully versus Draco Malfoy.
Yes.
and Killer Mike versus Beth from the Queen's Gambit.
Oh, this is some wild shit. I love it. All right. Representing Louis Tully from Ghostbusters, Zane Gooselderly. And repping Draco Malfoy, welcome back, Evan Jaffe. All
Let's
right.
get a minute on the clock. Louis Tully going first.
Thank you, Hal and Justin, esteemed jurors. You're probably wondering to yourself, where are the real Ghostbusters at? Well, that's hurtful, but understandable. We're actually extremely busy, as it appears that in 2020, when we tore down all the Confederate statues, we released a whole slew of angry Confederate racist ghosts. And, those ghosts attached themselves to a lot of nasty maggots. I think I'm saying that right. And, you all saw what happened, because on January 6th, these nasty possessed Neanderthals, they attacked the Capitol with bigger egos than a newscaster on Fox and Friends, I personally tried to take down Rudy Giuliani at a Ray's Pizza for several hours, expecting to pull Slimer off of him. But the end result? No Slimer. Just a sad, crazy old man with a terrible dye job, And that one's on me. I'm still not officially a full Ghostbuster, still in training after 20 years. But before you, I'm looking at my opponent, and I got to tell you guys, I'm pretty sure he's possessed.
Time.
Just look at him.
All right. A minute on the clock for Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
And go. Oh, Draco, we can't hear you. I'm going to restart. And go. We still can't hear Draco.
Stop the clock, Hal. Stop the clock.
Yep. Draco, say something. We can't hear you.
At the bottom of his thing is the unmute yourself, buddy.
All good, all good. It's live. This is live TV. Still can't hear him.
And time. No?
No. Draco.
Can he call in?
How is it now?
Do you know American Sign Language?
Just write your jokes down on a piece of paper and show
Still
them
can't
to
hear
the
you.
camera.
Still can't hear you. These things happen. These things happen.
Try acting it out.
Yeah, or if he had the written down like Princess Peach did. All right. Technical difficulties for a moment.
Do we need to vamp? I can vamp. I've been receiving a lot of vitamins from the drugstore recently, Okay.
Wait, what vitamins?
Vitamin D and C, turmeric. And, these things can all be gotten at a CVS through Instacart. They'll leave them at your door. Like, if you don't want to see or be near those people, you don't have to at all. It's really a beautiful thing for me. I don't do well with other people. Ray and Egon, they make fun of me, but, I'm immune compromised.
All right, Louis Tully, big into Instacart.
Joan Ford for the win with this quote. I wish this would
Yes.
happen to J.K. Rowling and not her characters.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Taking down the hateful J.K. Rowling. Let's go to our tech guy, Steve. Steve, how's producer Steve?
What do you think?
Producer
Is the
Steve?
problem on our end?
What's happening? What's happening with Draco Malfoy?
Well, we're talking to scientists right now, and they believe that it's on him and not me. This isn't my 100% not my fault. Please don't fire me.
Oh no, not at all. No, we wouldn't
don't
fire
pay
you.
you.
You were-
No,
Yeah, you can't get fired if
he
you don't
should
get
be.
paid.
He should be coming back soon. He's still figuring it out. So,
Can we bring Killer Mike and Beth on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, Lewis already did his first round, so let's wait a moment. Mark, where's your dog, Frederick?
He is asleep under the covers next to me.
Gotcha. Oh, Mark, you're in bed. The plot thickens.
No, not really.
Millie's
Millie.
here as well. Justin, what are you looking at? What are you watching? Some New Japan Wrestling or on another screen or something?
I'm promoting the show on Twitter.
Oh, nice. Jolie would love the pet parade. Tell us again your cat's name, Maddie.
Hunter. This is Hunter.
How many cats do you have?
2 cats and a dog, and he's a tuxedo cat.
Oh, he's always
dressed up.
Yes.
Maddie, the whole time that his head was turned around, I thought he was a French bulldog. So when you said you love cats, I was like, oh, he's making a joke because he has a little French bulldog.
So,
my
Maddie,
God.
Hilarious.
What is your Star Wars shirt? Is that a comic book from the comic book art? Or is it just the logo?
I don't know. My wife got it from Target for me.
Yeah, that's an old cover from the Marvel comic.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Right on.
I love it. It's good.
And Maddie, let me. I gotta ask, as a cat owner, how bad is the litter box smell? What do you do to combat litter box smell?
Well, I have this thing called the Litter Maid, and it scoops up their business into a receptacle that closes, and it's very easy cleanup. So, yeah,
Send that receptacle to Congress.
Oh,
right?
Tremendous. Hey, if you're in the chat, sound
not the
off.
Congress to
Sound off in the
Trump.
chat with any of your thoughts on litter boxes and litter box maintenance. Here's Millie. Millie's a little sweet one-eyed dog. She's got one tiny eye and one regular eye, and she's mostly blind.
Looking good.
Yeah, she's doing great. 16 and a half.
Yeah. Woo! Can we give it up for the chat too? The audience is amazing tonight.
Yeah.
Pine pellets. Oh. Audience, sound off with if you have a pet, sound off with with the pet names. Let's hear some pet names from the audience. Also, please give us an update if Evan Jaffe returns. Draco Malfoy.
Millie's Ewok. Oh,
Millie Von Stupp, Millie Pearl, Maine Coon Jade, Cedar, Copper, Ruby Velveeta. Lots of great pet names. Lots of great pet names. Justin, how's Hank?
Oh, Hank's doing great.
Let's give Hal a shout out because Hal adopted a senior pet.
Oh,
most people don't do that, and senior pets are the absolute best.
Yeah.
They are so grateful. You know your time is limited, but if you want to be a good person and feel great about yourself, go to a shelter and get a senior pet because they are the best.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't do that.
I would.
It's hard.
I would not do that. I could not handle that. Good on you, Hal, because no way over here.
Yeah, no, it's and I, and it's painful because she's 16 and a half. I adopted her when she was 13, and I know she's gonna have to go, but she's a great pet. She's a great gal, and I'm so happy I did it. So and a lot of times when you adopt a senior dog, they've learned to be like a chill, awesome little creature, and but when you're adopting a puppy. Brian adopted a shelter cat 3 months ago. Amazing. But yeah, if they're if it's a newer dog, you get they have to learn how to not pee everywhere and everything. Millie's such a good girl.
And the older pets are so instantly grateful. They just know, man. They're like, oh, thank you for taking the chance.
Yeah, I've never thought about that, and I think I would rather, because that's how I like my relationships. I don't want long-term anything. I just have,
you want them old, about to die, and a lot of money, right?
It's not about the money, but it's about the appreciation and that I can care for you and support you. And that's why I'm a theater geek. I love to do shows, and we're family. It's the best love, and then it's over. and then I'm going to the next and share the love.
Sandy, I can put you in touch with the people that foster dogs that got me that hooked me up with Millie. If
Please.
you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll make an email intro. Oh, the evil Draco Malfoy has returned.
Good Slytherins pretend that bad technical difficulties don't happen.
Let's get a minute on the clock.
Yeah, let's return to Hogwarts. A minute on the clock for Draco Malfoy, and go.
Let me say this: I am not possessed. I am fully in control of the fact that I am aware of. I know that I'm dealing with ghosts, and I control them. Those ghosts are my bitches. Not only are those ghosts my bitches, but the people in the Dark Lord in the Death Eater army, those people are my bitches as well. Once I take over from my father, Lucius Malfoy, I will be every Death Eater, including Voldemort, will be my bitch. And another thing, I'm brave. Do you remember when in Prisoner of Azkaban, when I went up to the Thestral and I irritated it and it clawed my eye out? I took that shit like a champ. I let it. I went to the hospital. I went to the sick bay, and but I took it up and I sucked it up because I'm a Malfoy, and that's what Malfoys do. Because when I deal with ghosts, I deal with that stuff head on. I'm not afraid to get into a haunted house and really muck about.
He'll muck about in a haunted house. All right, 30-second rebuttal round. Louis Tully, and go.
Yeah, the first thing a possessed person would say is that he's not possessed. But that's rule number one, okay? And all microphone problems aside, I don't think it's fair to attack Draco, even though he screams white power. Look at the guy. He's a product of his environment, and it's okay that he bitches and is just mean to everyone. It's not his fault, because one time I got turned into a bitch, and I was pretty mean to a lot of people around the streets of New York too. But my friends showed up and they took care of me, and I am no longer a bitch. And it's important.
No longer a bitch. All right, 30 seconds on the clock for Draco Malfoy, and go.
Do you see the guy? This way, the guy stutters. He does it because he's afraid. His whole thing is that he deals with ghosts, and he's afraid of dealing with them. Like, his whole thing is that he just mucks about and fights with, and he doesn't fight for it. He doesn't take it head on. He gets possessed. He gets beaten up, and he gets covered in slime. That's his whole thing. I don't get covered in slime. I cover other people in slime. I mess other people up. Because you know why? Because I'm Draco Malfoy, and I am a bad bitch Slytherin. Head of house. Deal with it.
Time. Head of house. Deal with it. All right. Wow. Draco returned back with a vengeance. Got the sound figured out, and it ended up being a real barn burner here, Justin. Let's go to the judges. Sandy McCree.
Whoa. Draco, he didn't have any tech problems. He was over there coloring his hair. He was over there doing a little bit more, and we appreciate it. He was bringing it. And Draco, ghosts are your bitches. I had to bring it up because I was in the Bobby Brown story. Bobby Brown wrote a book and said a ghost was in a house, whatever, haunted, and he made love to a ghost. No lie. And that kind of freaked me out, but I love the brother. I love the brother. However, Louis, baby, racist ghosts and maggots, and compare them to Fox News, baby, you got my vote.
All right, that is one for Louis. Also, Sandy, I just got to ask, is that an adorable Joe Biden, Kamala Harris t-shirt you're wearing?
Oh my God, yes.
They look like the Peanuts gang. That's awesome.
It does. I love it.
I love it.
Can I just vote for Sandy?
I need
a
dog.
He's been on fire tonight.
I need a dog or a cat.
Sandy, I love that t-shirt. All right, that is one for Louis. Let's go to Matty Carteropol.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Louis. He's just he likes Instacart, which I think is cool, and he's just a lovable guy, and I'm rooting for him. So I go with Lewis.
All right. Well, Maddie has an allegiance. His judging might be compromised, but it's all good. Listen, you're allowed to bribe judges or whatever.
No. Sorry, Draco.
But Draco, you are getting a ton of love in the chat. Everybody is saying they want to muck about. And Evan Jaffe, it was his first time at Tournament of Nerds, and he was and did the damn thing.
And you really did lighten your hair, huh?
I did. It looks good, baby.
You'll definitely be invited back.
Yeah.
Evan Jaffe, can I ask you one last thing for Draco Malfoy? Would you cast a spell on us as you go?
Because Lewis beat me, Avada Kedavra.
Oh my!
Are we dead now?
Maybe. Evan, he was great. That was his first time ever debating. Nicely done. Nice. All right, so half of the finals is set. Lewis Tully will be in the finals. OMG. Now let's see our second round matchup. Killer Mike
versus Beth and Queen's Gambit.
Oh wow! Representing Killer Mike, Jay Washington, and representing that bitch from Queen's Gambit, aka Beth, Robin Higgins, our Tournament of Nerds champion. Let's get a minute on the clock for Killer Mike. And go.
I've been saying support black businesses. Black men are dope. Make sure you get your t-shirts and your sweatshirts and do all that. Also, I feel like it is very wrong in this day in America that you have Killer Mike debating a white woman that calls herself that bitch. This is an amalgam of everything wrong in this country right now. Like, she is known for being a grand master. To say that to a black man, you think this is not fair. You know what I'm saying? She's beating a bunch of mediocre white men. But black men, we are lions. You know what I'm saying? We are of the jungle. Again, make sure you support black businesses. This is Leaders right here. And make sure you get, again, your black cocoa butter and get your black body scrub. You know what I'm saying? This is just ridiculous. But also, before I go, I want to make sure I say this personally. Stacey Abrams, my queen, my goddess, thank you so much. You did it. You know what I'm saying? We flipped Georgia. We flipped the Senate. Black Lives Matter, Black Power, and all. I reclaim my time for every black person that's never had theirs.
You better keep going.
Oh, I better keep going. You're right. I wanted to make sure I have shirts and clothing. You know what I'm saying? Again, make sure you do that. Also, what I said, oh yeah, Beth, you seem like a nice woke ally until it don't serve purpose no more. You call yourself that bitch from Queen's Gambit. You seem more like that Karen or a younger version, that Tiffany from just the regular boat. You seem like
time. All right. Shots fired, calling her that Karen. All right. Let's hear from Beth from Queen's Gambit. Minute on the clock. Go.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm really nervous. I'm such a fan of you being a man. Like your music, whatever. But not being a woman, that's a real accomplishment. Like, plus I heard you have your very own old basement chess man called Bernie. Like, aren't the authors like a little known that's your friend? Oh my God. Anyway, a little bit about me. I know you run the jewels, but I run the chess. Sorry. 1 second. Just gotta take a little break. Okay. 1 second. I'm almost ready. Anyway, I have this like really cute and super quirky thing where horse tranquilizers for me are basically the pills from Limitless. Like most people you think would get like maybe lose energy or get sleepy because they've been chugging tranquilizers, but did you really think I would let myself react like other girls on tranquilizers? No, I'm not a waste of a person. For me, the one only effect they have is that I literally just learned chess through CG on the ceiling.
Time. All right. Let's go to our 30-second rebuttal round. 30 seconds on the clock. Killer Mike, go.
Karen, while you over there popping pills, we over here trying to pop oppression, okay? You want to make everything about you. That's all what you white women do. Again, black people are the founders of this world. We are the cradle of life in the civilization, and you just want to be the focus of something. The only thing you're the focus of is bad TikTok videos. Your hair says that you don't know what a beautician looks like. I should give you some of this beautiful black scrub to do something about that black wig. I feel like I should help you, my sister. I was going to offer Senator collard greens and yams. I feel like I need to, offer it up to you along with some antidepressants.
All right, some collard greens for Beth from Queen's Gambit. 30 seconds on the clock, and go.
I mean, I totally agree that all Black men are superior to all women. So we're really on the same page already. And as a woman, I am probably wrong, but isn't being a rapper's rapper basically the same as just not selling albums? I don't know. I guess something that's kind of important to me because I literally never lose because I'm a strong, powerful woman that hates other women. And chat, I absolutely did not love my adopted mom, but I did appreciate her for removing me from the orphanage, which had upwards of 30 women, to a house which only had the 2 of us, okay?
Time.
We've got millions and a Grammy Award. What do you have besides issues?
A bunch
All
of
right,
awards.
time. Shots fired. Okay. Hey, chat, throw up those B's for Beth and those K's for Killer Mike. And let's go to the judges. Mark Andreyko.
Once again, I want to vote for Sandy for saying, you better keep going.
I didn't know my mic was
Uh-oh.
hot.
I'm frozen. Am I still there?
You there?
Yes, you're there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got frozen. Yeah, but does she really take horse tranquilizers on that show?
Yeah, she pops pills like crazy.
My connection busted, guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can
We
hear
got
you.
you.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm voting for that bitch.
All right. That is 1-0. 1-0.
1-0.
Let's go to Sandy McCree. 1-0 for Beth. Sandy McCree. Oh. Sandy, are you with us?
Everybody
All right.
have an internet problem. See, this is the man trying to keep us down.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
This is how we be oppressed like this. They take away our internet, our communication. They want to keep us away from one another. This is ridiculous.
I know some white supremacist at Spectrum Internet shut down Sandy's account. Oh, Sandy's back. Sandy's back. All right.
Yeah, I was like, what? As much
All right.
noise-
Praise him. All right. Sandy.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Please. So it's 1-0. 1-0 for Beth.
Uh-huh.
Please. What did you think of the matchup?
So is it tied?
No, it's 1-0 for
I wanted it to be tied so I could be the tiebreaker.
You know what? Listen, I want a lot of things, but
All right. Sorry.
I
Let me
play the hand I'm dealt.
Okay. So anyway, as you know, Queen's Gambit is mine. Love Beth, love it because the show's not about. The show's about life, and I love that little orphan girl mother died. I love those kind of stories, and I love that she kicks it. But baby, Killer Mike, even though I didn't know my mic was hot, when he said pop oppression, Stacey Abrams, we gotta keep it real. Brother was rolling. I don't care about selling all the stuff every second because I felt like it was like the guys when I pull up at the intersection, they trying to wash my windows or whatever every second. But Killer Mike, baby, boom, you got my vote.
Boom.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. I much appreciate it.
All right, it is 1-1. Sandy, thank you, and I
wish you didn't
appreciate
have
that
a vote
message.
because you're
BLM. Thank you, Sandy. All right, Maddie Carter-Opal, we are all tied up.
Yeah.
It comes to you.
Yeah, again, I didn't know the soap. I didn't know you had cocoa butter, and that sounds really nice to me. I've been doing some soap making in quarantine, so it's really standing out to me. And he's an entrepreneur, and he's fighting for something that's so important, Black Lives Matter. And he's got my vote. He's so confident. Killer Mike. And
Killer Mike.
Beth
to the finals.
Beth wasn't making too much sense. So, but I do like her, but she was
I'm
kind of
just
trailing
a
off.
woman.
Hey.
No, that wasn't it. It was the pill. It was, I think you were taking pills or something.
Her pill game is strong. Her self-hating woman game is strong. And Robin Higgins always coming strong at Tournament of Nerds. Always hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Robin, you are the best. Thank you. But we will have a new champion tonight. Jay Washington, Killer Mike. See you in the finals.
Woo!
Wow. All right. Hot stuff coming through. But before we go to the finals, Justin.
How?
We have a major drop-in, a super uber celebrity who has blown up just recently. I'm very excited to welcome to Tournament of Nerds. You may know him from Wednesday, January 6th, storming of the Capitol, Jay and Jelly, the Q Shaman. The Q Shaman from the storming of the Capitol.
Hold on. Oh, God. Wait. Can anybody hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see you. Q, did you get shut down by Jay Jr.? Oh, there he is.
Thank you for having me, Hal and Justin. I am using my only constitutionally protected phone call to Skype in. And I just want the millions at home watching right now to know this. Realize. Realize real lies, right? So the fake media is spewing bullshit, right? Because they're just trying to make a profit, unlike my president and daddy god, alleged billionaire Donald J. Trump. Now, I practice what is known as blatant cultural appropriation, aka shamanism, which I base upon that one time that I went to a rain stick store that had dream catchers while I was battling food poisoning after eating gas station sushi, which I'm pretty sure was just like tuna salad blended with Slim Jims. Yeah. So ready, guys? You're going to need to buckle up because it gets complicated. Check this out. The Rothschilds, George Soros, right? Jews, sorry, globalists, whatever. They're in charge of an international satanic pedophile cabal that harvests young boys. Sweet young boys. They get them real like about to pop, and then they take their adrenochrome and they inject it into their blood so they can live forever, right? Like Blade. Now look, what I'm saying is that every celebrity you like is a pedophile except for John Voight, Kevin Sorbo, James Woods, Christy Alley, Dean Cain, and Bruce Willis probably. Like, we all kind of know, right? Like, he's definite. You know what I mean? Anyway, he's in the media and, you know, the fucking the sheep out there are trying to say we're nuts only. They say we're like crazy and shit, and they're just basing that on what we say and believe, right? And they also say that we're like just anti-Semitic Nazis because we use a lot of the protocols of the Elders of Zion, and most of the shit we believe is just blatant medieval anti-Semitic tropes about drinking Christian blood from babies for the Jews and shit. And what I say to that is, yeah, but how do you explain the 56% of Republicans that believe in part or all of the Q conspiracy and the rest are complicit? Are we just supposed to believe that every one of those people is a racist, white supremacist piece of shit that checked out of reality years ago? What makes more sense, that or there's a satanic pedophile cabal harvesting adrenochrome from sweet young boys about to pop? What makes more sense? Furthermore, I just want to say, hold on, I got a little speech I want to read here. As a hyperdimensional multi-being that is attuned to vibrations, I can tell you I'm not crazy. But I am treated very poorly in this prison. Because they don't have organic vegan food, which was written down in the Constitution. Probably, I don't know, almost everybody I know has not read that thing clearly. But I gotta tell you what hurts more than anything is people think that some of us heroes were Antifa, and I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Are you nuts? You were there. We were with you. Everybody saw it. Obviously it wasn't. What are you, fucking crazy? That's bullshit. That's the worst thing you can say about something. Anyway, I don't want to play anymore. I want my mom to pick me up. This sucks. The only thing I got going for me is I'm making Pruno in a toilet, which doesn't taste good. So, I guess in summation, can somebody please pick me up? This isn't fun anymore. Oh God. Yeah.
The Q Shaman, everyone. Jake Angeli.
Thank you.
Thank you, Q. Thank you. I wish I could say, best of luck to you, but I don't support you or your views. But that's a pretty good get, Justin. That's a good get.
That's a pretty good
Shaman.
get. I wish you'd stop booking Q people on the show, but besides that, it's a pretty good get.
Just trying to move the
I
needle.
can pick him up. If he need a ride, I can pick him up.
Oh my goodness, Sandy.
I'll pick him up. I'll get him. I'll give you a ride.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Sandy. He's gonna want to ride straight to the Capitol.
I got a ride for him. I can pick him up.
Joan Haley Ford calling me out. I'm trying to wake everyone up to the message from Q. That was a secret Q drop, everybody.
Right.
The Q Shaman, aka Jason K, the very funny Jason K. Thank you, Jason. Justin, it is time for the final match. The belt is on the line.
The final. Here we are. This is it. Louis
Justin, who do we have?
versus Killer Mike.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow. A fictional Nebbish against a real life rapper. Oh, a rapper, a human rights activist. They are about to throw down.
A small business owner.
Yes, a small business owner.
Forget.
Right.
Yes. Do not sleep on the small business aspects. All right. Let's get a minute on the clock for Louis Tully. Louis Tully from Ghostbusters. And go.
There is no Louis Tully. It is only I, Ronald Reagan, the Gipper, and the one true Keymaster and chosen form of the Destructor. Only I choose not to destroy, as I renounce my faith in the Republican National Party. There's so many things I did wrong in my time, like build a dare army of children compared to the Aryan youth at the time, or even get involved with the Iran-Contra situation. This is not how I want to be remembered. Instead, tune in to Turner Classic Movies for a double feature of Kings Row and 9 Lives Are Not Enough this Sunday at 7. Or catch the episode of Wagon Train that I was on, as it was the crowning achievement of my life's work. But before I go, Nancy and I would just like to tell all the kids out there to say no, unless you want to try an experiment. I really didn't know what I was saying back then, and we might have given some bad advice to some kids who really needed drugs.
Time. All right. The ghost of Ronald Reagan visiting Louis Tully. Let's get a minute on the clock for Killer Mike and go.
Ronald Reagan, out of all the people to come visit, Ronald Reagan has destroyed more black communities than all of the Love and Hip Hop episodes combined. Okay, Winston, I understand, Lewis, that you've only been around one black dude in Winston, and you now have two black people, myself and the wonderful Judge. Are you pissing in that jumpsuit? Speaking of pissing in that jumpsuit, have you ever taken that jumpsuit off? Because if you can, that shows your white privilege that you want to deny. Because when I have a jumpsuit on, it's because I'm working for the state involuntarily, okay? Yes, you turned into a dog. We hear that all the time, but my people are in these streets hunted like a dog. Yes, you've been slimed, but America been sliming black people for over 400 years, okay? And you can walk around with a nuclear accelerator on your back and say you trying to bust ghosts. But as a black man, I'm trying to legally express my own Second Amendment rights. And they think I'm starting up a revolutionary war, starting a race war. You got all your shit backwards. You wanted to channel Ronald Reagan, the dude who put crack in the black communities and fucked up Arnold from Different Strokes. You need to reevaluate a lot of things about this.
All right. Killer Mike dropping some knowledge. Lewis Tully, 30-second rebuttal round, and go.
You know, hell, I don't know what the hell that was. I gotta agree with Killer Mike there, except I don't agree with the killer part. He's absolutely right. You know, that was extremely fucked up, and I totally did piss my jumpsuit. I don't stand for anything that man said while I was there. Clearly, you've seen me turn into just one of the worst figures in presidential history, you know, besides the one that's currently sitting there. But yeah, I'm pretty speechless. I will say this is not a proton pack. This is a back support. You know, being the only one here in New York trying to hold up the headquarters. It's a lot of work, and as you can see, spirits are everywhere.
All right, Lewis Tully with a bad back. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock for Killer Mike rebuttal round, and go.
Your back is bad. You need back support. Imagine the backs of every black person we've been carrying and supporting this country for all this time. You know what I'm saying? And you sit there saying, I don't know what came over me. I don't know what happened. You know how many white people get to use that excuse every day? And my people have been saying that when it's legit things, they don't know what happened. And we have been still oppressed and put under this country, under the jail. But you get to run around here. I'm trying to hold up New York. They ran through us in New York. The New York Police Department put plunges in some of my people's asses. But you can sit around here. Well, I got a proton pack and I know a ghost. I know a ghost too. The ghost of all the slaves that have haunted all these buildings you live in, you rich piece of shit.
Time. Woo! Wow, shit got real there. Killer Mike.
Wow.
Tully. What a throwdown. Let's go to Sandy McCree.
Damn. I had to go get my emotional support dog. Damn! Woo! Whoa! This of all the tournament of nerds that you've invited me to, how to judge this one, baby, is one for the books.
Thank you, Sandy.
I am. First of all, I love Lewis. Lewis, baby, I love you. But you told the truth. I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah. You don't know now, but later it's going to be some cultural appropriation because you're going to be imitating it later. I have never been so proud of a black man in 2021 right now. I know we're only a few days in, but damn, Killer Mike, baby, loving hip hop, destroying the black community, baby, working for the state, baby, you got my vote.
That is one for Killer Mike.
Wow.
That is one for Killer Mike.
Killer
Sound
Mike.
off in the chat. Sound off in the chat. K for Killer Mike. L for Lewis Tully. It is 1-0, Mr. Killer Mike. Let's go to Maddie Carter-Opel.
Yeah, Lewis, you're a good guy, Lewis, but I'm gonna have to go with Killer Mike because he's really, he loves soap, and I really love that about him. And he's fighting for something that's so important, and he's a strong, confident guy. And I'm gonna have to go with Killer Mike. And by the way, he did a great impression of you, Lewis. So yeah, I think that's just, he's a great impressionist, soap maker, just a good guy. So Killer Mike. You got him.
Killer Mike.
Jay
Washington
wins.
You are the winner. You are our Tournament of Nerds heavyweight champion of the world. Jay Washington, I got that one line that I loved. Man, it's sad but true. Black people have been getting slimed for 400 years. So good, Jay. Jay, any thoughts? Any wisdom?
First of all, like every black person who wins something, I'd like to give honor to God, who's the head of my life, pastor, mother, the church, everybody who supported me. Hal, Justin, thank you for having me on this. As always, I love doing these shows. Everybody was fun. Mark, I was scared. Mark Andreyko is the only person that I'm terrified of as a judge because I know Mark personally and I know how Mark can be. And so I'm like, shit. So I'm like, I got to come in hard. Maddie, you my boy. You already know.
Yeah.
I love you, bro, always. And Sandy, I'm a fan anyway. So let's just keep it 100. So I was around here blushing and trying to keep my shit together in this tight ass t-shirt. So I've been doing this, man. I'm just happy.
Jay Washington, so damn funny, on point, and
Jay,
politically relevant.
You had my vote when you said that Love and Hip Hop that has ruined so many black people.
It was a great joke. That was a great joke.
That shit was hilarious.
So good. And I want to give a shout out to Zane Guzelderly. Always so funny. Louis Tully, no exception. Zane, great work tonight, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You were
Great
hilarious.
to be on the show, but yeah, I'm definitely second runner-up. All hail Killer Mike. Love what you did, man. That was fucking awesome.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Right on. Jay Washington, we will see you back next month to defend this championship belt.
Yes, indeed.
Our first new Tournament of Nerds post-Trump.
Yes.
And it's a black man. What?
Amen. Amen.
Wow.
There's something good in the air. There's something good in the air, folks. And I want to thank our judges, Maddie, Sandy, even Mark.
Thanks, Al.
Want to thank all of our debaters. Hey, Justin, do we know who actually has the physical belt?
I think Zane has the physical belt.
Okay.
He won the last live show.
Right. All right. Good to know. We'll track down that belt one day. And I got to thank Adam and Steve for keeping things on the up and up, running smoothly. Adam, Steve, thank you so much for holding it down. You guys are the best. You make this show run, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
And thanks to everyone who chimes in the chat.
Tell us, please plug anything, by the way.
You can go ahead and follow Steve and I's comedy channel at Go Finger Guns on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. We have a weekly Monday show. You can also follow Fake News _ comedy, where we do comedy bits, daily show, weekly roundup stuff every Friday at 7 p.m. So on Twitch. So please go check that out.
Awesome. Adam, thank you so much.
Likewise, great show.
Thanks, brother. And if you're still watching, please subscribe to Chuckleface. We're doing a couple different shows every month. And Maddie, tell us where we can find your Cheeto art.
Oh, yeah. On Etsy, Maddie Cardarople Art. And you can also find me on Instagram, Maddie Cardarople. Yeah, but thanks for having me. That was a really fun show.
Oh, Maddie, you're the best. You're such
Maddie.
a delight, and thank you so much. Sandy, any thoughts or well wishes to send?
Every time I do this show, it's home. You are my brothers, and so thank you. I miss you, Hal, Justin, Mark.
Miss you too.
Yeah, it's always so much fun. We keep it real.
Hell yeah. Sandy, you're the best. And just, man, so glad to know you. And Mark Andreyko, thank you, sir. I look forward to all of your many political posts once Trump leaves office. I look forward to seeing what you're complaining about in the next administration. And Justin,
how?
What are your plans for inauguration day viewing?
Oh man, just I'm gonna watch the television and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Let's all hope for the best. Everybody, stay safe out there.
And the audience was great. The chat was just amazing.
Oh, the chat was live.
Oh my god, it was.
Everyone was so funny too. All the participants they're so good. Great job.
Yeah.
Really
and
good.
also shout out to again to Dana Friedberg and Jason K. For Bridgerton and the Q Shaman.
Oh my God.
Everybody, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. Treat each other well. Be kind. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right, cool.